welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Flaw, and today we're gonna do a story time again. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Please tell your friends to tell their friends to come and subscribe and join the Flow family. So anyway, without wasting any time, let's get to the story time, sweetie. So the story time I'm gonna tell you is about the first time I got mugged. And it's kind of weird how the first time I got mugged, I was with my then boyfriend. So it was in 29, no wait, it was in 2018. I was doing second year. Yes, it was in 2018. So I was still dating my first ever boyfriend, the first love of my life. We dated for like almost 2 years. So yeah. So a little bit of background. My boyfriend and I used to stay at the same lodge back in 2017 when we were both doing first year. We stayed in Dalmadako El Tasha Lodge. If you're from Polokwane, then you probably know about the place I'm talking about. So moving forward, 2018, I moved to Ivy Park, and he went to stay with his uncle Go Bendo. Sharp. So this one time, I went to visit him. He used to stay with his uncle. I visited him at his uncle's place. Then Shabu, we were chilling. It was good vibes. I remember that day we even went out for lunch. Go stairs. That time Nelwana Panda Ripsta Isatsena. We were obsessed. And when Nadula what's that garage? Konandos. Is it what's that? Is it engine? I'm not sure, but no one really stairs and Nadila like right next to it. So we would always go there and like have some panda ripsta together, like young lunch dates and stuff. So yeah, on that beautiful day, we went there, we had our lunch, and then his uncle was away every time. Like his uncle was a business person, so he would go away quite often, and even at his workplace like he would come back home come my 8, so I'd come during the day and then leave like around my 5-6 sharp. So went to his place, we did all that, we chilled together, good vibes. I remember we even had drinks. I think we bought like 6 Savannah. We drank that afternoon. So we thought his uncle was gonna come back the following day, so I was gonna do a sleepover. So we thought his uncle was gonna come back the following day, right? So sharp, as we're chilling, it was I think around 6. His uncle called. He's like he's on his way back home, and I'm like, why? Because we were in that lovey-dovey mood. I wasn't expecting to leave so sudden, you know. We were really like just looking forward to spending the night together. Okay, his uncle calls and he just fucks up everything. Then can tell our baby you have to leave. I'm like, child. First of all, it was before Tlobale Taxify. First of all, it's like 6, 6:30. I'm not gonna get like taxis that are gonna like take me straight to Ivy Park, because taxi to Ivy Park they fell like about my 5. So the only taxis we were gonna get were from like Bendo to is it Indian Park? I mean Indian Center. My taxi to Nidia downtown. So it meant like I had to catch a taxi from Bendo to downtown and then walk from downtown to Ivy Park. Do you know the distance, really? Do you know the distance? I'm like, child, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I won't be safe even. He's like, no, babe, you know what? Let me tell him that I'm gonna sleep at a friend's place and then I will live with you. So we're gonna do this together. We are gonna do this together. Okay. Sharp, no problem. He does that and his uncle is like, okay. He tells him where to put the key and shit like that. Sharp. I was working more like me and Bay. I remember we're even walking so slow. Like, like we are not even in a hurry. We were walking. It was really cute. Like, it was really cute. I don't think we ever took a walk late at night like that. So it was really nice. Like, it was those cute couple things, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, holding hands, like just talking, Jane. Everything was just so sweet. So we went because on no the taxi coming from Mall of the North, they were passing go like going and one. So near me more bus stop. Sharp. We get there, go bus stop. I think we waited for like 10 minutes, and then the taxi pulled through. Sharp. Taxi pulled through. It was just like 5 people. Then plus the two of us, we were like 7. So sharp. Now I'm starting to panic because it's late. And one thing I know is that Ivy Park is not safe at night. Well, like say like Ivy Park, I safe at night because Sunjera like a box street. Mm-hmm. Sharp. So in the taxi, my boyfriend is like, you know what? Let me ask the driver if like I gotta be go church at least. I'll pay him extra. I'm like, yeah, babe, do that. Sharp. He tells the driver what's up, and the driver's like, okay, sharp. I don't have a problem, but first, so Fita guy, Fita go downtown, and then from downtown he'll drop us go. What's this? He'll drop us go Shoprite. Yeah, go downtown. The one you go. Is it Tabumbe? No. Huh? Wait, Shoprite okay. It's like the one opposite what's that park? Jack Butters Park, right? Sure. Okay, now like I'm starting to feel comfortable on some okay, like this is not gonna be like as bad as I thought. Like we good, we ate. Keshaput, taxi driver drops people there. It's just me and him. He pays him the money and then he drops us off go go Shoprite. Okay? Sharp. Flaw go Shoprite. Now it's like Mama 7 now, you know. Um we're working. We're working. So as we're working, he had a backpack and a school bag, if I remember correctly. So at that time, he was using 2 phones. He was using an iPhone and was it a Huawei P40? Yeah, I think it was a P30 or 40. I'm not sure. So he had 2 phones, right? And I had my phone. I didn't have anything on me. I just had my phone, right? Sure. We're working. So as we're working, re tla ka church, and then ka church, go pele ne ro corner to join what's this? Boys at Box Street. Like ne re tla ka di corner, but it somehow sent you no fella go Box Street, go straight ka Box Street, re tshele to the garage, and then about a shortcut ka garage, then we in Ivy Park. Sharp. I'm really bad at directions. I really hope whatever I'm saying right now is making sense. So sharp, we're walking. And then in Jirawaka, look back. So as I'm looking back, I see 2 niggas behind us, but like from a distance, like they weren't so close to us. Never salkom rawanyana. I see these 2 niggas. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine, it's cool. Rawok. So in Jirawaka, I noticed that they're like increasing the pace. Like it's like we looking back, they're walking slow. The minute speed, when we look back, they're like a bit closer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm noticing that shit, but I'm like, man, I'm probably being paranoid because we were high. I'm like, maybe I'm just being paranoid because I know myself. Like, guys, like, one thing about me, yo. And then I told him, I'm like, babe, are we gonna be safe here? He's like, man, you like to trip, like whatever, like relax, everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna get to Ivy Park and we're gonna be okay. That's what he thought. That is what he thought. Sharp. So I keep looking back. I'm sure I noticed the 2 niggas and I didn't tell him. I noticed the 2 niggas. Well, I think he saw them, but he like Nasimobo Nagamho. So there were cars passing by. So there was a point no sa tlo go fetsa koloi, like at all. And like I was being relaxed every time I would see a car until like, if anything had to happen, like we'd have to stop a car, lift, or do something. So now it's just me and him. Like the street in Moyona, at some point it was just me and him and those two niggas at the back. No, one. Now I'm starting to be scared. Like I'm really, 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 really being paranoid at this time, at this point. So now, the last time I looked back, I can sort of know, man, these niggas, they're really, 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 now they're really, really like getting close to us. I'm like, eh. So I tell him, I'm like, oh, I had my phone at the back of my pocket. Right, so I take out that phone. So as I was taking out my phone, those niggas saw me, sorry, they saw me, took out my phone from the back. So I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, dude, remember, like, these niggas were like far behind. Like, please look back and see just how close they are to us right now. It's like, okay, sharp. He's like, ska jumpisha, babe. I'm like, yeah, I won't. Like, pelelina krato itali para, like, krato itokare, I'm krato itokare kele pansela yana, I'm like, yeah, babe. Guys, it actually felt like we were in a movie. I'm like, Lord, is this really happening? Like, is what I'm thinking gonna happen to us? Sharp. My boyfriend looks back, and then he looks forward. He's like, no, shit, babe. You're actually right. Like, these niggas are quite getting very close to us. He's like, where's your phone? I'm like, I have it in my hand. He's like, put it somewhere safe. I'm like, okay, sharp. So I was wearing a high waist jean. So I take my phone, right? Sharp. And I'm like, when I wait, like, all your phones, like your wallet and your keys? Like, I have them in my side bag. I'm like, okay, sharp. Then we're walking. So now I look back again. Like, one thing about me, I was not at ease. Like, I legit just felt like something is gonna go wrong here. Something is gonna happen to us. I look back again. Those niggas are like literally behind us. Like, injaini, because yo, guys, I panicked. At the time, like, I just wanted to pray on some God. And those niggas were scary. Those gangster looking niggas, like, you can just tell, like those niggas just looked mad scary. Like, they looked like, not the hobo, but gangsters, they look like gangsters. I'm like, Konala. And me and my boyfriend Rajampi Shore, we just some young city boy and city girl nyana taking a walk or some shit like that. So they probably didn't even like hesitate on what they were planning to do, because I think we genuinely just looked like Rabanaba in town. So now my boyfriend is like, ska package, because there was a point I started to walk fast. It's like, ska package, because if you're walking fast but jump or jump in, then they're gonna do something. If they are really like planning to do something to us. I'm like, okay, sharp. He's like, walk slow, like walk properly. He's like, let's have a conversation. I'm like that time we're whispering and we're trying not to like look at each other or risk jumpish. Like it's like we're wearing clubs or whatnot. Like we were like this. It's like, okay, babe, come up with a conversation. I'm like, baby, because like I'm so scared. Like, I am so fucking scared. And I'm like, baby, like, one thing about me, like, I'm kind of smart, like, like quick when something is happening, like when a situation is at hand, I think quick. I'm like, babe, you know what, the next house we're gonna pass at, the next house we see, gating and act as if we're waiting for someone to come and open for us. He's like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Guys, I don't understand why I came up with all those ideas. So we get to the house, then Rakon and the Remamo gating. So Remamo gating, like, remember those niggas were like close by. Now Remamo gating, we're trying to have like a conversation, we're trying to calm down, like, act like we're not freaking out. Excuse me. Then Remamo gating, we're looking at them. Bawoka. Never woka. Kaba fitla like monna nirloan. By him. I'm like, shit. what the fuck is gonna go on here? What the fuck is gonna happen here? Because one thing for sure, I'm not ready to die, bro. One thing for sure, I'm not about to be mugged for the first time in my life. Like, that shit ain't gonna happen to me. Not tonight. I am not mentally ready for this experience. Okay, then game Mola, they stopped. They're like, exe. Then my boyfriend is trying to greet them, got that like nigga thing, like sure, faded inside, like you know what else got jumpy sure. Wherever he is, he's tatazeli. Aska jumpy sure maling unyo kuzinera. So I'm listening to them, they're having a conversation. So this one guy's like, hello mamas. I'm like, hi, or sharp, or like sharp. Or I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm like, thank you. And then they're like, let's add in time. The other guy's like, let's add in time. Let's say barale blow me more. Kilakusha. Let's already blow me ye. Liako guy. And my boyfriend is like, wa bra, gotta blow my ye. Or stand just like let's already do more. Kakir la jump you shall blow me more. Kileme cheng wana moki. Then he's like, Ali Ivy Park. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? And my boyfriend keeps quiet, right? Then they're like, na le ska bala re ka se le die selo re ka se le die selo la bona se ke re tshware selo. Then like ba emisha di keeper tsa bone la bona se re tshware selo, like we have nothing on us, we ain't gonna do shit to y'all, like we're not gangsters, we're not gonna do anything to y'all, why y'all so scared? And then like I'm looking at them on some okay, maybe just maybe what I'm thinking is not gonna happen, but it's still I was not at ease. Okay, sharp. The legan research, labo as next morning. Hey, do we look like we gangsters? Ruben Charlie did so. I'm like, oh, and then the other guy's like, Kevon Chaki little mama. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, hell yeah. Damn yes, boy, you look like you gangsters, fuck. What you mean? And then like arvaying, gets why Ivy Park. The other guy's like, gets why Ivy Park, arvaying. He will let me jolly to shout like, you know? Then my boyfriend is like, oh, okay, away. That nigga nah, yeah, yo. Like he just gave in so easily. But to be honest, I feel like no idea. Because no one was gonna open that gate for us. And like the house was kind of shady, like kind of looked like you know. So my boyfriend is like, babe, sharp. Then as we're walking, they're still behind us. As we're walking, as we're walking, one of them right? And he overtakes us. The other one is still at the back. So he stops there. And I think him stopping there, he wanted to check coast if they had to do anything to us, they were like like not check if the street is clear. And guess what? The street was clear. The street was clear. The street was clean. No one, not a dog, not a cat, not a bird, nothing, zero, zilch. Then he stops at the corner, right? And me and my boyfriend, we are approaching the corner, and then one is like behind us. Yo. As we were about to turn that curve, one at like a pele, and then the one was behind. They're like, "Hey, Lena Emma Mo, Tuzu." Are, let's Then this the one guy who was behind, guys, uncha this knife ne azange kabona such a ghetto knife. Like that knife looked like It looked like hey, like it was wrapped in like plastic. I don't know, and a plastic and a soul tape and a ing. But like that knife, ne, it was like this long. I don't know where he took it out because remember those niggas were like, "Asir twarselo, like I'm not checker, we have nothing on us." And Valegar checker, like they legit had nothing. So I'm asking myself for nigga, where did that shit come from, bro? Where did that long ass shit come from? Hmm? And that other one, uncha tip. I'm like, oh no, darling, this ain't gonna happen. Like, I'm like, silo, just like. And that time is that nigga who was saying I'm beautiful. That nigga who was saying in Dimshe. That one who said I'm a bomb. You know. He does not see the pretty face no more. He does not. I'm like, just like, and guys, those niggas, like, they had like scars and pimples, and they were dark skinned, and their hair was just a mess. Like, you know, a scary person. He's looking at me like his eyes were like dark red. He's looking at me. He's like, then he started, oh, doesn't daba harassed, doesn't daba harassed. He started touching me. He's touching my boobs. And like, this guy is not singing. No, like he started touching me. And I'm like, this time, guys, I'm shaking. I want to cry. I don't feel comfortable. This ugly ass looking motherfucker is out here touching me. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's out there. He's touching me. He's touching me. That other nigga, my boyfriend, they're searching me first. One search. It's like, no phone. You can no phone. Phone. Just I'm like, let's get phone. Then he started in my boobs, right? He goes down to my waist. Then he takes his hand through my between my thighs. I'm like, nigga, are you looking for something or are you just trying to touch me at this point? Uyenza ntoni la? Uyenza ntoni ekuzazeni yani? Ubatla ntoni? What are you looking for? Umaphinani? Ubatla eng? Then Ashule, it's like, vula mouth. And I'm like, yo. Then I just opened up a bit. Then like I feel like, and then he went up. As he was going up, I feel a phone because Nikibele like right here. He felt my phone. He's like, Klisha phone you. Like I got in and I took it out and I gave it to him. So now, since you deal with speed because there was a car coming. Then my boyfriend, yeah, why not telling big? And my boyfriend's like, I want to say like a big cake and jacket, like why ain't go for it. So they didn't have time to open the bag because what? A car is approaching. Then they ran away. As they ran away, that car we saw, yeah, better you turn. Like I was really relying on that car so we can stop that car and tell whoever was driving that we just got mugged so we can like go after those niggas so I can get my phone back. Because one thing for sure, I knew my mother was not gonna buy me another phone. So is they. I low-key knew, even if I told her like I didn't break it or like, you understand, as kids saying or anything, like I got mugged, which is something I can't control. I knew that woman was not gonna buy me a phone anytime soon. So I'm there, I'm shaking, tears started coming out. Now I'm crying. My boyfriend is like, hey babe, that's my pillow, we can't wait here. I'm still shocked. Like that nigga harassed me, like that nigga touched me so inappropriately. And like I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. My boyfriend is like, baby, and we're there. Marathon. We're running. So we see them both after Box Street, like strata one. There's like a bridge again, but then in that bridge. And then like once they go in, like bridge once they go into that bridge, because they're like bushes, like Cornel Mitlari and whatnot. So it was really gonna be hard for us to like even try to follow them. But we're running. Re tshela strata, re seno tshela strata, we're at the garage. So at the garage, it's okay. Garage is busy. Garage Ivy Park, yeah, Ivy Park, it's really busy. There are cars there, there are people there just chilling. Then it started to hit me. Shit. Like I just got mugged. Like I just got mugged. A whole me. A whole me. Yo, I cried. I kind of stopped crying when we had to run because at that time there was like no snena kola, no snena kola. No sunjo 180 and run as fast as we could. Gore re kgone ho fitla at my place. I started crying. My boyfriend is like, no, babe, like, okay. Then we stopped. Then he hugged me and then he wiped off my tears. He's like, babe, let's just quickly walk so we can get to your place. Once we get there, we will try to like come up with a solution or a plan. We did that. We walked. So I stayed like very close to the garage. Excuse me. We walked. We got to my place. As we got there, my housemate was there. I'm gonna name her Pretty. She was really beautiful, like this very beautiful Tsonga. So we get there, Pretty's with her friends, they're chilling, it's a mood, they're drinking. So I get in there, I don't even greet anyone, like I just want to go to my room and cry. So I pass them, I unlock the door, get into my room, and I cried. Like I cried. And guys, like nah, yo, I'm such a baby, bro. So experiencing that, it was not nice at all. It was not cute. Like that situation was not cute. There was nothing cute about that situation. I cried. So I left my boyfriend behind because he was working and I just ran. So Pretty asked my boyfriend, even and then like, what's wrong with my girl? Then my boyfriend explained everything that happened. Then she came into my room, just like, no, girl, like, I'm so sorry. Yo, these things happen. Don't let it get to you. You're gonna be okay. Yo, like, what can I do? Do you want something? Time I can't even talk, guys. I'm crying. And knowing my parents, I knew that because I've always been in so much trouble in my life, I knew that if I tell my parents that I got mugged, they were not gonna believe me. I don't know, maybe or like just something, but being mugged, they were definitely not gonna believe that, especially my mom. So yeah, after like 15 minutes of crying, legit like just crying, I just calmed myself down. Then my boyfriend was like right next to me, and then I'm like, please borrow me your phone. So like the relationship I had with my boyfriend was like kind of solid. He had my brother's number, like he was talking to all like both my siblings. I'm like, please borrow me your phone, I want to call my brother. Sharp, he gave me his phone. I called my brother. Okay. Hey, Marpin, why are you crying? Yo, bro, like, bro, I just got mugged. He's like, eh, you got mugged? I'm like, yeah, I got mugged. Go guy, like, go Ivy Park. How did it happen? Then I cried. I couldn't talk. Then my brother hung up the phone. I feel like, I don't know, maybe he couldn't handle me being like that. Because guys, I hardly cry. Like I'm a gangster high. Like I hardly cry. So maybe he couldn't handle like the situation that I was in. So he hung up the phone sharp. And then he called again. And then my boyfriend answered the phone. Okay, well, what happened? Then my boyfriend explained everything. And then while they were talking, I took the phone. My brother. He's like, yo, Joe, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. But Joe, like they took my phone, like and all that. My brother was like, you're out here panicking about your phone. Just be thankful that nothing happened to you. Just be thankful that they didn't hurt you. Just be thankful that you're still alive. Phone. Like, guys, my brother was telling me things I didn't want to hear at that point. Because, like, phone is very, yo, bro, yo. In my head, I'm like, nigga, I just lost my phone and you're telling me "Uri, phone is just a material thing. I should be thankful that I'm alive." It's like, for necessary, man, you'll buy another one. When I like, as long as you're okay, I'm glad. But yeah, you do have to call moms and tell her what happened. But don't do it tonight. We dear son, because if I'm full, no, I mean like it's kind of late. Like she won't even believe you. So for now, just rest them to say, be okay. I'm sorry that this thing happened to you, but this is life. So you gotta train. Yeah, okay, sharp. So I stood up on the bed. Now like it clicked. Okay, they only took my phone, and that time my phone was probably like the hardest to find between me and him. If they could have like just opened my boyfriend's backpack, they were gonna get like two phones, a wallet, and some cash, bro. Like just like that. If just like that, but mine was here, hidden so far near my cousin. But they found it. They took mine only. And then I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, babe, did they take your phone? He's like, no, babe, like they didn't take my phone. He opens the backpack, he takes out two of his phones, he takes out his wallet. Everything of his is okay. They only took my phone. Injaini. Hmm? Like, I'm not saying they should have took his phones as well, but you understand, like, yo, I was like, it's fine. Fine. I'm like, yo, I need drinks. Like, let's get drinks. My boyfriend got us drinks. I think I ate like two space cookies that night. Could like you know go better block. I didn't want to think about anything. I don't want to think about that situation. Like I was going through the most. I was going through the most. And now that my boyfriend has everything, I was thankful. But I was just like, I still didn't understand orange. You understand? So my boyfriend was like, no babe, you know what, since while I'm using two phones, um um oh, the following day, sorry, okay, like that night we drank, we ate, finally, like I didn't get over it, but I was like a little bit fine. So we chilled, little pretty outside, smoked some joints, you know, like yeah, kaba shaponyana. So tomorrow my boyfriend had to leave. So before he left, he was like, "Yo, babe, since while I'm using two phones, I'm gonna borrow you the iPhone. You use it in the meantime. You'll use it in the meantime while you're still trying to figure out how you're gonna buy a new phone, or you know, you use it till your parents buy you a new phone." And I was just like, the first iPhone I used was my boyfriend's iPhone. I think it was iPhone 6. Was it 6 or 6 plus? Yeah. So like guys, I immediately like just started smiling like kabasha at the same time. Like the idea of using an iPhone was just like, oh my god, like I'm gonna use an iPhone. Like my boyfriend is gonna give me his iPhone. I was like, oh okay, sharp, oh sharp, babe. Um, so when he left, I'm like, babe, the phone. He's like, nah. Remember, I still have to clear it out, like move things from this phone to the other phone. Like I still have to do a lot of shit. So I'll give it to you on Monday. Then it's in a Richfield, at a Rosebank. So both of them take a Chat Street, and they're literally like right next to each other. He's like, no, babe, let me clear everything. You know, go for your nail fresh, so I'll give it to you on Monday. And I'm just like, whatever, sharp. So what's going on? They gave us like tablets. So I bought a SIM card, did a SIM swap. I used my tablet in the meantime. I called my mom. I told her that I got marked. I didn't tell that I got marked kinele boyfriend Daka. We're coming from his place going to my place. No. No, sweetie. I told her that I was cooking and shot a spice. So I had to go to the garage. Because go garaging no only like a few shops. I had to go to the food zone specifically. I had to go to food zone so I can get spices and come back and continue cooking. Then my mom is like, Marping, Marping, went on a need. I'll play need. I'm like, Mama, give a need. Like, I was cooking and then I realized that I don't have chicken spice. So I had to go and buy it. He's like, she's like, so what happened? I'm like, yeah, so we give Tamu Kuning, yeah. like started to do most one. These niggas stopped me and then they took my phone. She's like, like my mom knew what nigga to teenager headset. It's like, yeah, for sure no teenager headset. It was no into you bona. Hey, what's a legend of battle bolaya marpin battle bolaya? Kuro nor kill lata mar uno chicken spice. And I'm just like, the time Gerogala to ring Lutla sink it like that shit didn't happen. That shit did not happen. O chicken spice marpeng. Hey, no snap plan no ka itiang. Shoot no ka se dijo son koreke spice nyana se sarao. And I'm just saying, yeah. One thing about my mom, Shem, if you think she's going to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, my child. No, when I got kids, so sharp. Never. You will never let her that from my mom. Never. Oh, she's like, oh, why did you I think about why I jara one marping, how marping. Right, tomato 6, uskaba joke gate. I'm like, Njai, is that even possible? Please. 6 go on more tomato clapper tomo joraje. And she's like, tomorrow 6, uskaba joke gate. Wanko, I know shot a no yakang to like just make a plan, but uskaba joke gate. Wanko. I'm like, now just jacking a child, don't jacking a child to go regular jump for you, go regular jump for you. Hey, marping. Like, mama, one row, and like it's really like, I go roll, sorry, I go roll, mar. I'm just saying, be careful. How am I being? Was no go for chicken spice. And you do Jana Camo, Ujana Majana Jao come holding on. I'm like, yeah, anyway, fast forward on Monday, my boyfriend borrowed me his iPhone, and I used it, I think, for a month. Yeah, he borrowed me his iPhone for a month, and then I don't know, someone in his family lost their phone or something, and because they knew he had 2 phones, they're like, hey, why don't you borrow, I think it was his dad. Yeah, why don't you borrow your dad that iPhone as well? You don't use it. So yeah, he had to take it back and give it to his dad, and then I continued using my tablet and stuff like that. But I swear that month using an iPhone was the best month of my life, because like Nekensha every 2 minutes everywhere. I remember going to school, but I regular iPhone. I'm like, no, I scary. Boyfriend I can play on. Do you know that feeling, child? Oh, like I really felt like, like this Nzoda really loves me, only for him to cheat on me. Anyway, it's fine. That's another story for another day. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We have reached the end of my story time. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.